Gerry Giggins is my name. I'm a ruminant nutrition consultant and based in County Louth, and we're here today to talk about some of the merits of feeding beet. So I have a long history associated with beet, and my first encounter with beet was on a trip to Denmark in about 1978. The Danes had been developing both varieties and feeding techniques around beet, and I picked up on a lot of what I saw there, and I was able to implement that back in Ireland. The first issue was when you feed beet, you lift the intakes. When you lift the intakes on animals and you do that safely, you have a dramatic increase in performance of the animals. The nutritional benefits of feeding, particularly Magnum fodder wheat, is that the beet have a high dry matter variety, hitting between 19 and 20%. So regularly in the dairy situation, feeding 10 to 15 kilos, and in the beef situation, feed even up as far as 20-25 kilos, you're getting a huge energy boost to the animals. When a farmer starts to feed beet for the first time, the animals will eat more. And this, for me as a ruminant nutritionist, that is the first challenge that I want to overcome, is to get the intakes up. There are three key issues when it comes to feeding beet. Number one is that it needs to be washed. In most situations, it doesn't need to be washed. Simple cleaner load will suffice. The second point will be that all beet needs to be chopped, and needs to be chopped sufficiently that will eliminate any risk of choke of the animals. And number three then, when it comes to, is the balancing of that beet within the total ration of the animal. Beet is deficient in phosphorus particularly, so the mineral supplementation needs to be correct, and it is quite low in proteins. Cost effectiveness of feeding beet is another question that farmers will ask me, and generally the intake alone and the benefits that I got from increasing the intakes in performance will offset whatever the cost in beet. And beet generally is trading at in around the 40 to 50 euros landed on farms, and that represents very, very good value in today's, as against alternative forages or against other concentrate feeds for what it's doing. The typical rates of feed on fodder wheat, and particularly on the Magnum fodder wheat, is around the 2 to 3 kilos of dry matter. So again, around the 10 to 15 kilograms of total would be typical. There's an extended feeding period. It's now not just a spring feed, but more importantly is that the animals will like it, and it slots in with a lot of other feeds that are on the farm. Very importantly then as well is that the economic return is guaranteed.